So hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey girl, my name is Lucy. I always say to stay subscribed, we have a good time on this channel. Now, so listen by the title, today's video is going to be 5 common mistakes you make in your 20s or we make in our 20s. Now, without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. I have a lot of 20s videos on my channel. I have a whole playlist. I'm going to link that in the description box below. There are so many things that we saw growing up that we have implemented in our lives and we shouldn't have. There are so many things that we worry about. There are so many things that we do. There are so many things that we indulge in that we don't know is hurting us, especially hurting us in the future. But because it has been normalized or it's what we see, we think it's okay to do them. I'm here to tell you it is not okay. Okay if you've made these mistakes in the past, and it's also okay if you're currently making this mistake. I'm hoping that when you watch this video, you will change your mind and do things differently in your life. Let's get into common mistake number 1. One of the most common mistakes that I see nowadays is trying to figure it all out at once. There's this expectation that has been set with people these days, young people these days, that everyone has to be successful, everyone has to have it all together, everyone has to be hitting some certain goals and milestones in your 20s. That is a mistake. You set unnecessary goals for yourself and then you give yourself unnecessary pressure to achieve those unnecessary and unrealistic goals. That is a mistake that you're making that will cost you a lot moving forward. Your 20s are basically to figure yourself out. You shouldn't have it all together. You're beginning to realize who you are. You're finding your purpose. You're trying to figure out what you're meant to do. You're trying different things. You're failing at those things, and that is okay. You shouldn't have it all together in your 20s. Whoever told you that is lying to you. Your 20s are very forgiving. Your 20s are for exploring and going on adventures and trying out different things and taking risks, trying to figure out what you should be doing with your life. And I do understand where most of this pressure comes from these days. Social media makes it seem like everyone is rich, everyone has their lives together, and that is completely not true. You see your peers getting it, doing that, getting the bag and all that. I feel like fake life right now has been so glamorized that people feel like they have to live that life that they see on TV or on your screens all the time. You don't have to. You have to understand that most of the things that you see is pressure. Most of the things that you see is fake life. Most of the things that you're seeing does not exist, even in the life of the person that is showing you. It doesn't exist. I need everyone to come to that awakening that you really cannot take everything personal and to heart. You can see something and admire it, but do not ever compare that person's life to yours, because your own journey is different. I'm not saying that it's not possible to be successful in your 20s. It is possible. Our time is different. We are created different. Our journeys are different. There are people that it only takes one try for them to be successful. It might not be you. Trust the process. Everything that is good that comes into your life always has a process behind it. It's not a snap of the finger, and that's something that I want everyone to be okay with. I've always encouraged setting goals, but I always mention to set realistic goals. The second most common mistake that I see a lot of people making in their 20s is staying in relationships because you think you're in love. Now, let me explain something that most people don't really understand. The more time spent in relationships, the more deeper the love gets. It must not be with one person. Love evolves, it changes. The more you understand life, the more you understand yourself, the more you're able to understand people as well, the more you learn. You learn, you advance, you mature. And same with your mindset. You being at that point now telling yourself, I'm in love with this man. That's the reason why I'm accommodating his disrespect and I'm accommodating this toxic relationship, is because of love. The more you stay in that relationship, the more you waste your time. You can get love tomorrow. You can get any other thing that you lose. But you see time, you can't get it back. You waste your good years that you're supposed to be exploring and meeting people and exploring different parts of your mind, of your emotions, you spend in that relationship. I can tell you for a fact that there is absolutely no need for you to stay in that relationship that you see is headed nowhere. It's okay to try over and over and over and over again with someone that you genuinely feel a connection with, someone that you love. But that shouldn't be the sole reason why you should waste your time and keep being in that position just because you think you will not find better, or you think this is the highest form of love that you will ever feel. When you leave that point and move to the next, you feel something even much more deeper, way different from what you felt before. And you'd ask yourself, what was I doing there? The third common mistake that I've seen a lot of people make, especially in their 20s, is caring too much about what people think of you, your decisions, your choices. You care so much. Or what would they think about this decision I made? What would they think about this choice that I made? Oh my God. And again, social media has a huge role to play, because people are so quick to type and judge you for making a decision to move from that city to the other, or leaving that relationship of 7 years, or making that decision to quit that job that has been draining and sucking the life out of you. People are so quick to judge you, and whether you're doing the right thing or not, people will still judge you. And I need that to sink in. Caring about what people think of you, your decisions, your values, your choices will do nothing for you. Whether you're on the right path, whether you do the right thing, whether you follow the commandments in the Bible, people will still talk bad about you. They would always have something to say. Whether you try your hardest to be the nicest person in this world, they'll be like, Miss Too Nice, she wants to be the nicest person in the world. They would always say something. Live your life to the fullest. Whatever makes you happy, as long as you're not being selfish and you're not hurting somebody else, do it. Let me tell you this. Caring about the image you put out there is different from caring about if they accept it or not. Let that sink in. Those are two different things. You paint a picture however you want it. You present yourself however you want to. If you say, I am going into this gathering, I'm going into this friendship, I'm going into this relationship, I'm going on this platform to paint myself this certain way, I want people to see me like this. That's your choice that you have made, and you're sticking strongly by it. Now, what should not concern you is how people would accept that image that you decided to put out there. That is not your business. If I come out here now and I say I want to be that person who doesn't speak in public, whether people like that I don't speak or not does not concern me, because that's the choice that I've made and that's the choice that I'm at peace with. So whether you accept it or not, that's on you. And that's the kind of mindset that I want everyone to have, because it will save you a ton in your life. You'll be a lot more happy. In fact, peace of mind be the top on your list. The kind of relief that you would have because you're doing things for you, things that suit you, things that makes your mind at rest is what you're doing. And that's what you should continue doing. You come first in every situation. People's decisions and opinions about you, they are so fickle. They change like this. That's the reason why 1 minute somebody could be cursing out an influencer. The moment the influencer comes out to say, oh, I'm sorry, or just gives like a normal explanation, one explanation like that, you will see them saying, my best influencer, my best celebrity. While 5 minutes ago, they were slandering and canceling the celebrity or the influencer. Put yourself first. The fourth one is also one that is so common. I've seen a lot, and it has done a lot of damage to so many people that I have, met or come across in my life, and that is keeping the wrong company. I've spoken about how keeping the wrong company can distract you completely from your goal, which could damage your 30s and the rest of your life moving forward. That sounds heavy, but it's true. In your 20s, you're delicate. Your mind is still soft. You're still building. You're still learning. You're shaping your life. And that is literally the foundation of the rest of your life. Whatever you start to build from that point is what grows. Whatever you break wouldn't continue. The kind of people you have around you would either hold your hand through the journey, because it's a journey, it's a process to finding yourself in your 20s. They would either positively add to that growth or pull you down. You could be around the worst people. They would not even check up on you mentally. They won't even talk about progress moving forward. What do you want to do with your life? What are we doing with our lives? You could have friends that you don't know what their goal is. You don't know what their likes are. You don't know what their dislikes are. You don't know what they want for themselves. You don't even know anything. All you know is that you have a pretty friend and she has money, or she's a good vibe. People roll on vibes these days. She has a very good vibe. So, she's my friend. You see the word friend, people use it loosely. Everyone is a friend, and that is not supposed to be so. The wrong people around you will sink you. They will distract you when you want to be focused, when you want to get things done, when you want to put your life together. That's when they want to distract you with something. When you want to get serious with studying, that's when they know that there's a hyping party, a bubbling party going on somewhere. When you want to start that business, that's when they know that they have a life problem, that they want to borrow the money from your hand. I have said this thing about friendship, and I'm going to repeat it. Friendship can always be made and created at any point in your life. The person that you've known for 10 years might not be the person that's going to stand by your side on your wedding day. The person that you meet 2 days before your wedding might be the best friend that you would ever meet or you've ever have in your life. Learn this and know peace. The last mistake that I have seen so many times, and I also have experienced this, I am a living testimony. I have been delivered from this, and that is being afraid of failing, being afraid of failure, being afraid of making mistakes. Oh my God. I can understand why you'd be afraid to fail, but I need you to know something. Growth comes from applying lessons learned from past mistakes into whatever you're doing. If you haven't made a mistake before, you will not know what you shouldn't do moving forward. I need you to understand that failure is normal. Mistakes are normal. So what if you fail? You tried it, didn't you? At least you tried. If you don't want to revisit again, that's fine because you already tried it. And even if you revisit it again, you know that, okay, these are the areas that I fucked up the last time. I'm not going to do it that way again. You'll never know the outcome of anything until you try. If you keep procrastinating and procrastinating and procrastinating, it doesn't change anything. You will still meet it in front. The only thing you've lost is time. It doesn't change the fact that if you were supposed to fail, you will still not fail. So just do it now. Failure is part of life. It's part of the journey. It's part of the growth. It's encouraged because it lifts you. You learn, you mature, you grow from failing. You grow from making mistakes. So do not be afraid of failing. If you want to do something, get up and do it. If you want to take that risk, which I always encourage anyone to take risks, as long as you're smart risks. Now that's pretty much everything that I have for you guys in this video. I hope you learned a thing or two. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now if you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me. It's linked in the description box below. If you're not subscribed to the channel, girl, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe below. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.